People don't think for themselves, and that's wrong. Everyone should have an open mind and to make sure that what he does is the right thing to do, not because he was told to do.
I'm here to learn about survival.
I want to get a better understanding of what happened and how things happen.
Just to learn about Jewish people and what happened through the Holocaust.
We are currently studying the book Ali for Year 11 English.
Because we study civil rights at school, and it's a good insight to see all around what happened in not just Australia but in the world.
I hope that the children that I speak to will never ever grow up to be racist, will never be anti-Semitic, and we don't need any more anti-Semites, and will always remember what can happen if you are a racist, what kind of a tragedy. I hope I'm giving them this message. That's why I come here.
I wanted to be active with participate in discussions and in educating young people what happened in the past. Also, I would like to speak about my own personal experiences because they might indicate what the Jewish people went through during the war.
I think it's something that we all should be aware of and something we should all reflect on and not forget it because it has affected so many people and continues to haunt people who have lived through it.
After learning a lot about it, it's a really horrible thing, and you should just love people for who they are, and if not love them, just respect them.
A lot of people don't get to experience this stuff. Sometimes you need to know it. You never know what happens in the future. Like some people say, history tends to repeat itself.
You can't forget about something so massive in history that's affected the world so greatly, and then just to forget about it and pretend it never happened would be a crime.
So we can remember it and we can tell future generations about it.
So people can learn from the past. Yeah.
I made myself a promise about 30 years ago that I was tell my story to as many people who will listen to me, because I believe that that's the only way one to educate people and tell them of the horrors what have happened during the Nazi years.
I knew I'd find out a lot of sad stuff and information, but I've actually learned a lot more than I expected.
You got to see the inside of what actually did happen in the camps.
I suppose I came with an expectation that I would learn something more about the Holocaust and perhaps come away with something really special, and I think that's what happened today.
A bit shocked at first because I didn't know how bad it really was until I saw some of the images.
It was really surprising at all the horrible things that had happened to people, and it actually happened.
About 8 years ago, a good friend of mine who was a volunteer here unexpectedly died. And somebody has to do it, so I volunteered to come here and to tell my story.
I've learned so much more stuff like that I didn't know about the camps, and like hearing the personal stories.
It's one thing to hear a story in a book from someone's perspective, but it's another thing to actually meet them and to see what they've really gone through, and even to see evidence. She showed us a marking on her, and just to know that she really was there and everything that she was saying she actually lived is a really amazing thing and really tragic at the same time.
I just thought it was amazing though. I learnt so much today, so thanks everyone.
Without yesterday, we have no tomorrow. Without history of the past, we have no history of the future. And the remembrance of Holocaust belongs to the remembrance of humanity, both its evil side and its noble side, like the righteous among the nations of the world.